owner was the builder, so he did some great things, had some great thoughts, but you know what? 2.5 decades later, it needs some work. So we're here to give him some great bang for the buck tips. Alright, before we get started, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my qualifications. I've been in real estate for the past 7 years. I'm a real estate broker. I'm also a general contractor, so I've personally designed and built several homes. And I'm also a real estate investor. In the past year alone, I've bought, remodeled, and sold over 30 homes. So I know a little bit about getting your bang for the buck. I'm also a mortgage broker and a real estate appraiser. And last but not least, I also have my master's degree in real estate from the University of Florida. Go Gators! So having said that, I have a little bit of experience and knowledge when it comes to getting your bang for the buck, and I want to share that with you on this great home we're about to tour. Alright, one of the first things we're going to talk about is this dock. Now it's in great shape, the structure is superb, there's nothing wrong with it, it's in great shape, but look at it, there's so much mildew, it just looks worn and tattered, and all it really needs is a little pressure washing. Now, pressure washing is going to cost you about a couple $100, but it's going to make this thing look brand new, and when it comes to return on investment, you're going to get about 5 to 10 times your return on your investment, and so this is kind of a no-brainer, a must-do in my book. Alright, the second thing on our list is this sidewalk. Now this sidewalk is highly functional. It's 5 feet wide, whereas typical sidewalk might be only 3 feet wide. So it has a lot of great room. It goes all the way to the pool, wraps around the whole backyard, and goes to the side door as well as the garage. So in terms of how it flows and how functional it is, it's great. The guy did an excellent job, really thought this through, but you know, 25 years later, it's worn and really needs an update. Now when he first put it in, it was covered with river rock, which looked great when you first put it in, but it's high maintenance. So since then it's really kind of fallen apart and it's out the window. He's torn it all up and now it really looks like a little grubby and needs some work. Now I've given him 2 suggestions. One is stamped concrete. It's very simple to do. You can do it right over the existing concrete and you can choose your own pattern and it'll fill right into where it's at. Now the second option is pavers. You can do pavers in 2 different ways. One is you can rip the concrete out, which is a lot of labor and material, and put the nice thick pavers in that everybody's used to, or there's another way to get a better bang for your buck, which is the thin 2-inch pavers. Since most of this walk area is going to be just foot traffic, not a lot of heavy weight like, you know, vehicles or tractors or anything like that, it can handle the 2-inch pavers, and it'll look like you put the original thick ones in and you won't be able to tell the difference. It's going to cost a fraction of the price and it's going to look just as great. Alright, we're here to talk about the 2 terrace levels that this house features in its backyard. The first level contains the pool. The pool is 40 feet wide and 9 feet deep. It's really one of the biggest pools I've ever seen. Now, again, just like everything else, functionality, great, but appeal needs a little work because after all, it is 25 years old. So we're going to talk about a couple things that's going to just make it shine right up, and the first thing here is this fixture. He's got a handful of fixtures all around the pool. Looks great, lights up beautifully at night, but it's just old. All you have to do is get some new fixtures. They don't have to be expensive, probably something you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot, and it's not going to cost much at all. They got great light fixtures, and again, when you replace those, it's going to make it look brand new. Great bang for the buck. Alright, now we're here to talk about the pool. The pool, again, is very functional. It's in great condition, but just needs a little bit of updating. First thing around the pool is the cool deck area. Now, the cool deck was very neat when it was first put in, but again, we're talking 25 years ago. So now it's cracking, it's settling, it's discolored, and just needs a little bit of a facelift. So again, what I'm going to recommend is the same pavers that you're going to use out there to cover the sidewalk that wraps around the whole backyard and make it flow and be uniform with this level of the terrace. And once you do that, it's going to, again, make it look brand new and give it a great facelift. Another thing that's very cheap, inexpensive, and easy to do is the tile around this pool deck area. The tile is, again, outdated. It's something that was very stylish, I'm sure, back in the day, 25 years ago, but now you can tell instantly when you look at it that it's old. So all you have to do is have this torn off and redone, and it's probably something you can do for about a couple $1,000s. Again, the return on that investment is going to be 2 to 3 folds, and it's going to be a great bang for the buck. Alright, now we're on the second terrace. Now I'm going to start by explaining to you why the second level terrace even exists. Now when this house was built 25 years ago, there was no city sewer. So what that means is that you're going to have your own private septic tank. Very common for this area, no big deal, But to tell you a little bit about it, when you have a private septic tank, you're going to have these drain field mounds that are huge and ugly and unsightly. Now this whole second terrace was built just to hide those. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. Follow me. As you can see, what seems like a perfectly level terrace is thigh high. This level is raised thigh high just to cover these mounds. Now you can imagine these thigh high mounds just scattered throughout the backyard, and it's just unsightly. So he's done a great job building this terrace with a brick wall around it to cover it up and make it flow with the backyard area, so it's great for entertaining. Alright, we're here still on the second terrace, and we're about to talk about this tree back here. Now this tree is huge. When they first planted it 25 years ago, it was small, petite, wasn't bothering a single soul, but you know, it grows. After 2 decades, it's huge, it's got branches, it's got leaves, and we're in the dead of winter, so there's no leaves, but when it's in full bloom, you can't see anything from the first or second floor of the house straight out to the river. So it's blocking a great view. Conclusion? It's gotta go. Take this tree out so you can get your view back, and you have 2 options. One is you can just re-landscape it with something nice, again tasteful, and just make it another little green area. Or, knowing that he entertains a lot and a lot of people gather back here at night, since you already have this little circular area back here, you can just make it almost like a sunken fireplace pit and make it very classy or rugged as he wants, but again, it'll be a very good focal point for the people outside when they're having a conversation at night. So this house has some great bones, great potential, got a lot of things you can do, and especially since the house is valued so high, everything that he does can have a real bang for the buck, a high return on investment, and everything we've talked about had either a 2 to 3 times your investment up to 10 times your investment. So it's a great house to do a project on, and you'll be very happy with the results. Thanks so much for watching, and this is your tips to get the best bang for your buck.